7 has, it introduced gliding, underwater driving, and kart customization. You know, all those things that 8 also has. So, what reason is there to go back to 7 exactly? Once again, there's no outright awful courses in Mario Kart 7, but ultimately, someone had to be on the bottom, and I don't think anyone would argue against the relative lameness of N64 Luigi Raceway. This one only exists as a tutorial on how to drive underwater. It's just like regular driving, except slower. There are some hills and clams for you to trick off of, and the optional narrow glider path towards the end is kinda neat, I guess. Otherwise, though, yeah, this one kinda blows. Toad Circuit!
Fuck yeah!
I mentioned in a previous video that my friends and I are ironically obsessed with Toad Circuit, because it's one of the lamest possible choices Nintendo could have put in the Booster Course Pass. But we're not here to talk about that version today. That one is Toad Circuit! This one is Toad Circuit. Oh wait, no, never mind. This is just Toad Circuit, not Toad Circuit! How is this the third Mario Kart game in a row to bring back a GBA Bowser's Castle course? You guys know that Super Circuit had other courses, right? Like, cool courses with unique themes that would greatly benefit from a remake, especially in this game that was dedicated to bringing back fan favorites from across the series. But no, they did Super Circuit so dirty here, only giving it one retro course. GBA Bowser Castle 1. The simplest and shortest out of all the Bowser's Castles. Thanks. I don't know, it has cool music and plenty of thwomps to dodge. Like, if I wanted to play a mostly pretty flat course with barely any of the features afforded by modern track design incorporated into it, I would just boot up Super Circuit. Yep, 3 Bowser courses in a row. This is just not his game. I honestly didn't think it was possible to mess up a Bowser's Castle track this badly. But, 7 found a way. What does this one have? It also has a spinny tube. Just a much shorter and less memorable one. There's a random underwater section, which, like, how are there lava geysers underwater? What's going on? Like, why is this part of the castle flooded? Did he just forget to pay the plumbing bill? Someone please explain this nonsense. Daisy Hills wins the only marginally better than Toad Circuit award. I swear to God, this might just be the worst Mushroom Cup in the entire series. This game did not mess around with the DS track selection. It is all bangers all the time. What the fuck is that one? Alright, I know some of you might think this is a bit of a sneak, but believe me, no one hates generic flat SNES retro courses more than I do. So when I tell you the 3DS version of SNES Mario Circuit 2 is actually pretty decent, you know I'm telling the truth. You take her name out, and it's just an ice world. It really makes you start to realize that nothing much is going on here thematically, outside of the tenuous connections to Mario Galaxy and its most popular character. Mario Circuit in this game is fine, it's decent, it's whatever. I feel like a lot of people soy out over this one because, oh, you can go in the castle! Rock Mountain, or Alpine Pass. Take your pick, the name is boring either way. Wow, grass and rocks. What a riveting course theme.
Grass?
SNES Rainbow Road was the perfect choice to end this game's retro selection. But that doesn't make the track itself perfect. When the course is named after the island's volcano, you're kinda setting us up for disappointment by not letting us drive through said volcano. That was the coolest part of the island flyover mode in Wii Sports Resort, and it could have been the coolest part of this Mario Kart course. But nope, no lava for you, sorry. But did Woohoo Loop have an exploit that allowed players online to jump into the water and skip the entire second section, thus making it so this was the only course people picked online since they could cheat and win the game until Nintendo patched it? Good times. Good times. Now it's halftime. You know what that means. Let's dive into battle mode. It's exactly like Mario Kart Wii's, but this time you can choose not to play with teams. That alone makes this at least 37 times better than Wii's.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
Oh my god!
I think this is kind of a surprise banger that more people should really be talking about. The one thing that's not stellar is the music. For the life of me, I could not tell you what course this is from if I just heard it on its own. N64 Koopa Beach. Excuse me, it was called Koopa Troopa Beach originally, but I guess as a trade-off for losing the Troopa in its name, now the big rock formation actually looks like a damn Koopa Troopa. How nifty. It's just an aesthetically and mechanically solid as hell course. Not much more to say than that. The Mario Kart 8 version was better, but you know, that's kind of obvious. It seems fine at first glance. The same old classic you all know and love, but with an extra pointless glider. Alright, I'm down for this. But then you go into the fabled underwater tunnel, and this is kinda lame now. In the original, underwater driving didn't exist yet, so they made this see-through aquarium-like tunnel for you to drive through. And it was magical. There was also a stream of rushing water and electric hazards for you to dodge. Yeah, that's all gone in the remake. Now it's basically just any underwater segment in any course. Boston Building is a bit better and a bit worse than its original iteration. It's better because the mud is a lot more manageable than before, meaning the back half of the track is a lot less annoying to traverse through. Plus they added some optional glider sections, but those don't really make much of a difference. The big tragedy here though, is the fact that they removed the portrait ghosts in the building itself and replaced them with generic boos. I mean, the boos move around on the wall, it's actually kinda cool. But the portrait ghosts though! Way to suck out some of the character, jeez.
Get it?
It's like the developers didn't even know what city this was supposed to be based on or something. This one deserves all the praise it gets and more. The courses ranked above it are just a little more unique in terms of their themes and obstacles. But I adore this one, and I really hope they bring it back. Seriously, this and Makawoohoo are the only 3DS courses not in Torque. Could someone please explain why? How did they fit this whole course from the TV onto a tiny handheld? Wow, it was nuts. Daisy Cruiser is faithful to its banger original version, but with the addition of underwater segments that, much like Koopa Beach, feel so seamlessly integrated into the track design that I barely remember what it was like without them. You know that pool at the beginning you had to dodge and double dash? Yeah, who cares? Take a swim now. As well as the Miis that are just casually underwater. Are they okay? Are they drowning? Do I need to save them? Like, holy shit. And then his developers Rare got sold to Microsoft and oh my god! Bongo controlled rhythm games? Oh my god! A lame ass peg climbing game? What the fuck? A shitty ass racing game with terrible Wiimote controls? Ah! The Great Banana? The Great Motherfucking Banana? Coconut Mall! Woo woo! I'm so excited to race up the very hard to distinguish escalators and get hit by the third car in the parking lot specifically. It's gonna be great! Holy shit, you guys, it's the train course! The train course is back! I don't know why it took so long for it to return, but there it is! You know me, I'm the #1 Calamari Desert stan on the planet. Of course I'm gonna love this remake. It's still pretty, there's still plenty of shortcut opportunities, there's still train! They even added some glider ramps, so if you have the mushrooms for it, you can glide over the train. But why would you ever want to do that? You can glide on just about any course. But where else in the series can you experience the joy of coming to a screeching halt because there's a train in your way? Pure magic. The only thing, and I mean the only thing wrong with this remake, is that you can't go into the tunnel anymore. Boo! I also love tricking off the shockwaves they produce because you can time when it happens thanks to the beat of the music. Oh, because it's called Music Park. Oh, I get it. Also in this game, you can play as a tiny wiggler next to big wigglers, and I just really like that now. They are a family. Putting aside Coconut Mall's nerfs for a second, can we just admire the sheer audacity this game had to end its Banana Cup with back-to-back Coconut Mall and Waluigi Pinball? Like, yeah, no big deal. Here's two of the best courses in any racing game ever coming one after the other. There are genuinely so few games that exude as much Giga Chad energy as Mario Kart 7. Yeah, I mean, obviously. 3DS Rainbow Road is a strong contender for being the single best track in the entire series. It's just untouchably majestic, offering all the whimsy and wonder of the previous Rainbow Roads, while also adding its own unique spin to the proceedings. It's a space adventure, an adventure in space. It's crazy how this course could have easily just cashed in on Galaxy fan service, i.e. the main thing Rosalina's Ice World had going for it. But no, it used those elements sparingly in service to a grander, more unique vision, an astonishing, unforgettable experience. Maybe not quite as brutally difficult as the Rainbow Roads of the past, but it's so awe-inspiring and memorable that it's easy to give it a pass in that department. Without a doubt, the best course in Mario Kart 7, and one of the greatest of all time. Which one could I possibly be forgetting? Goodbye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.